Siew Tai. So this boy, Siew Tai, is a really fat and obese guy. So every single day, he was teased by his village friend, his classmate, that he is really fat, or the most classical name of all, Fatty Bombom. Yeah. So every single day, he was teased by his friends or his classmate, and one day he was so fed up to the extent he said, "Alright, I need to do something about it." So he consulted his father. So this is how the conversation is. "Daddy, I'm really fat. So do you have any advice for me to lose weight?" His dad paused and looked at him in his eyes and said, "Son, do you see a hill nearby our house?" Then Siew Tai said, "Yes." "You see the hill? On top of the hill, there's a dry well. But however, this dry well is very magical. The only thing you need to do is you need to fill up the dry well all the way to the brim, and you ask your wish." So Siew Tai convinced, and the next day he took 2 pills from his house. So he took these 2 pills. So he went to the nearby river and fill it up and carry it to the hill and slowly pour it inside the dry well. Every single day before he goes to school, he do this routine until one day he fill up to the brim and he saw a reflection and he see, wow, there's a really slim and handsome guy on the reflection. It shouldn't be me, but turns out it was him. He was really he saw his reflection and was convinced that he actually lose his weight without wishing in the well, because every single day he carry 2 buckets of pail from the river up the hill every single day till he lose his weight. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, and my distinguished guests. So what is the moral of the story for this story? Actually, there's 3 points. 1 point is, if you set your mind to it, anything will happen. Second point is, if you make the effort, you make the hard work, you always get your goal. And last one is, I don't know whether carrying 2 pills up the hill is a good weight loss program. Yeah, so this is the 3 moral story. 3 is the moral story that I've learned. Okay, so today I would like to share more about how you surpass your limitations. Okay, for me, back then when I was a year ago, before I actually joined Toastmasters, I was really shy. And if I stand here, I will blabber a lot. And I will go with a Malay accent like, sia. So it will like really have this kind of heavy. But however, I was keep in mind that I'm going to invest my uni time in a skill that I can able to use in the future. So I choose Toastmaster and improve my confidence level and my communication skill to the end. Right now, I think I still need to improve a lot, but I already stopped to say sure at the end of my sentence. Yeah, so that was my limitation. My limitation is I cannot express myself in terms of communication skill, and sometimes my confidence level is very low. And so Toastmaster really give me the platform and push me to where I am today. But even though I haven't reached my goal yet, but I see the improvement throughout the past year, and that is how you really see your limitation. So the tips I want to share with you guys on how to surpassing your limitation is, first, make yourself out there, bring yourself to your uncomfortable zone ever. You think you cannot speak to girls, you go speak to a girl. You think you cannot really handle hot and spicy stuff, try hot and spicy stuff, but like not the one that you really burn your throat, but like it's more baby steps. Second tip is effort. If you don't take the effort, even though you already set your mind to it, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to talk to this beautiful girl, but it's just in the end thinking. In the end, you need the effort for you to go and make it happen. And the last tip is, you shouldn't let any people say that, oh, you cannot do it. I know because I didn't experience. You cannot really listen to other people saying that you cannot do it, because the person may not even try to achieve that goal, but he already pull you down. So you just need to aim your goal and try to make the effort works. So this is the 3 tips. Set your goals, make the effort, and lastly, don't listen to what people say. If you listen to these 3 points, I'm sure you will surpass your limit. So at the end of the day, tonight I wish you at least find one limitation that you think you want to surpass, and go home and every single day you look in front of a mirror and say, I'm going to do this. For me, is I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be a better speaker. I'm going to be more charismatic. Every single day, if you speak in front of a camera, in front of a mirror, it will be effort and it will be an action, because it really implanted in your brain that you're going to do it. And lastly, before I end my speech, I'd like to give you like so-called an analogy or a metaphor. Imagine this case is your limitation. If you just need the effort to just open the pencil box, your goals will be exposed and you drop down and will be shown in front of the world. So don't let your limitation be the key things that to pursue your dreams. And lastly, I would like to end it with a quote saying that sometimes lesson learned is not where you get in the goal. It's sometimes the journey when you get in the goal where you finally learn the lesson. Yeah, thank you.